we'll see if we can get to that in the next session if needed. And also, I want to let you guys know too, I'm going to offer like some one-on-ones. If you want to meet with me on Tuesdays, anytime from, it's on the back of this intermediate page, 10 to on the bottom, 10 to 1. If you just want to text me and say, hey, I have this certain specific flyer or social media post or video I want help with, we can set up a time and work on that together.
I'm more than happy to help anybody as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of skilled people in here. Okay, so we are going to enter into the more moderate to advanced. In the foundations, we covered kind of an overall intro, pro versus free version, which we're finding out has limited template storage and limited editing tools. We created a design. I think most of us, we got to a good point of creating a design, uploading our pictures and editing, and even downloading what we were going to print or share on social media. So in the first session, I talked to everybody. So I first started into kind of graphic design in college doing Photoshop. I did digital scrapbooking, and then when this came out, I did birthday party invitations and Christmas cards, and still do that now, but I have definitely used it a lot more for real estate. So I'm excited to show you some of the things that I've learned. So today we're going to be going over, we're going to kind of start with more like rudimentary, and then we're going to end with AI tools. So, and I think it's
pretty advanced for me. That was good.
well, and honestly, a bulk of preparing this training was kind of researching the new AI tools, which is kind of exhausting because they're all in beta, and it's like if you look up a YouTube video on how to do it, it's since changed.
Yeah.
They have different buttons, different things. So there are some flyers in the back. Donna, if you want to grab the moderate to advanced one.
Hi, Donna.
So we're going to start by, in this training, we're going to talk about sharing templates. We're going to do some editing on our new team book, which did the email get sent out with the link?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yep. And we're going to go over advanced editing tools that will make your life a little easier, and then some AI, and hopefully we have some time to practice and questions. And like I said, don't worry if today feels like a lot, especially for those who came for the first session. We can always schedule a one-on-one, and I'm happy to help you. So first we're going to talk about sharing templates. As a team, this is really important because I'm going to go back to my home page here. I'm going to get out of this. So everybody should make sure that they're logged in and they're on their home page. So pop-bys are the biggest thing that I think we share templates for. I've shared templates for mailers too. I've shared templates for my listing presentation. You can make listing presentations on here. Open house flyers. So I'm going to go to one of my pop-by tags. And it's the same as you would download. So I actually have it, sharing templates. Okay, so you're going to just push share, and then it says, so you select your design, you go to see where it says people with access. There's another collaboration link only, but this is when you want to give people access to edit. So I can send it to Amy or Marisa or whoever, and then I just share. And it'll end up in their inbox, much like the Etsy templates will. Much like our book is a link in your email, and you click it and it opens in Canva. So the biggest thing, and you see next to number 1, it says make a copy, make a copy, make a copy. So when we're sharing with our team, it's important to make a copy. When you're downloading templates from Etsy or even our book, it's designed to already make a copy. Oh. So when you're sharing copies with each other or templates with each other, make sure that you make a copy first. And the easiest way to do that, I actually don't have one that's shared with me, but you can always just duplicate the page with this little plus button, and then you can make edits to that one, and you could title it like Joy's version. Go ahead, Erin.
Where you just make a copy of the whole.
So I don't have one, but I can like show how to do it.
You want me to save
Come
one
to your
share?
home.
Yeah,
I'll
send one to me. Send one to me, because I was looking, but I think
you go to your homepage and you look at all the things.
I
you can
usually
copy
delete
from
them.
there.
I think
Yeah,
I
I'll share
delete
some-
them.
I'll share some.
You can copy from the homepage.
Share.
Let's go back.
Yeah, one
So
of
this
those
one?
3 dots. Copy.
So you can make a copy here. Okay, so that's probably the best. So once you, okay, so if you're sharing a template, share, add the email, and then you're going to push the share button at the bottom here. But if you get an email that's shared with you, it'll pop into your homepage. You can push these 3 buttons and make a copy.
Joy, can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
You share things with me that never go to my Canva.
What?
That might be, do you say you had like 2 emails or something?
They did it, and do you think that's it?
It's what your Canva account is.
Yeah, like
What
mine go to Joy Marie Lee, which is like my email, my
Oh,
personal
so-
email.
Okay.
Let me send you that.
I bet you could send it. Actually, try
Joy.
sending it to each one.
Okay,
And then
Joy.
Joy, one thing to tell them to do is when they make a copy, label it down below to say
Joy's
Joy's,
cut.
and
Well,
then
you can even dump the other one.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Sometimes you can delete it,
You
but
can trash
sometimes you
it,
can't.
yeah.
You can, I do, when you guys share with me, I write, don't edit.
Oh, on the top.
That's
Yeah.
the title.
Yeah, I usually just delete them, but you could
There was
keep
a
it on
time
there.
they wouldn't let us delete.
Yeah, I feel like that was.
It wasn't, yeah.
So
But
I
I
write
think
don't
they
edit.
fixed that.
Because you can see, look on my recent designs. This was shared to me by Matt, or what's her name, Sam, and it says copy of. So you can see, like that's my. And I looked for the one she sent me. It's gone. I deleted
But
it.
if you go, okay, well, just show them how to make a copy though with the 3 dots.
So right here, make a copy.
And now there'll be 2 of those. There's one
Right.
there and one there.
Yeah, it's just loading. Okay, did you send me something? You know, maybe we have a lot to go over, so maybe we'll go over that later, but just like we'll go over it with the book, because it's exactly how you'll get the shareable link. Okay, so that is how you share a template. Be sure to make a copy. When you are receiving a template from Etsy or for our team book, you do not need to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do this first, and then go ahead and do it. So in your email, you should have a email. Is it from you, Verity?
Mhm.
Yep. And it has links to our book. There's a dark version and a light version. So this is exactly how it would work if you bought a template from Etsy, or we're buying this from Ricey. She's a creator, and we're going to use this template for our new design. And I can even X out of that and go back to my home page. And here it is, copy of the Right Team book.
Has that gone out in the email yet, or is it?
Yeah, it
just
should be in your
came
inbox.
this morning.
So go ahead and pull
If
it
you
up.
didn't,
So open your
send me
inbox.
Your email address.
Okay.
So Erin has it. Do you have it up? Okay.
I'm coming.
Probably went to.
Otherwise, put your name.
Can you send it, Verity, to Carol? Which,
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I have it.
PERIT1.
Yep. So just pick the light or the dark.
It's not coming up.
What are you picking?
I'm doing the light.
This morning,
I did
this
light
morning?
too.
yeah, so. it
Sorry,
came
Carol.
at
Verity?
Okay,
9:41.
yes.
No, I didn't get it.
Does anybody
A
not
lot
have
for
it?
me. I don't have it.
What's your email address?
I don't know.
Sarah,
where I forwarded it to
S-A-R-A,
you.
at Sarah, S-A-R-A.
This is 1211.
Martin, M-A-R-T-I-N.
Okay.
Almost done.
Okay, let me see.
I just
I have
forwarded
you.
it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
type in Erin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it should be at the top of your received.
How do I spell your name correctly?
PERIN.
So you should have this pulled up. At the bottom here.
Why is mine showing these? I've never seen this before.
Oh, so that's
It
the
probably just came in.
Just came.
that's the guidelines.
I've
We're gonna
never
talk
had
about that
I've never
later.
seen those before.
Okay.
Good to
Joy,
know.
see, this went to the wrong one.
Yeah, that might be like a.
Why can't I say where it goes?
You mean to your Canva account?
Yeah.
Like when you click the link, it opens to a different Canva account.
Mine does that too.
So you don't. So is it like a Canva account you don't have pro access to?
Yeah, I have it in another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I only want
When I used to collaborate with Angie, for some reason it created a different profile for me.
That's exactly.
Because you
what
probably have
happened.
Kelly as like a team member, right?
I think if you should be able to switch
I'm gonna go
profiles.
later.
Look up by your picture.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how I used
Okay,
to do
so
this.
at the bottom, there's the percentage. So I like to have it like close to 100%, but I also want to look at the whole page at one
I'm gonna
point.
look and see.
Make sure everybody's. So you got it. We're still.
Hmm.
You got it. You got it.
See, we get text on how to do it.
But you have it open. It's just under.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this one?
This is not the one I have to throw on.
Oh, so you're just like, because you don't have that same tool options.
And I don't want to, and they won't talk to me on the phone.
Well, we won't do any major, we're just gonna do some technical things, so whatever you work on today, you may or may not save.
That's what I'm saying, but you're just-
Okay.
just use your
I think I know
license. We can design,
over here, click on.
you know, you-
Okay. Mace, did you get the email for the team book?
Okay.
You have it pulled up? You're good to go?
Get out of
Okay.
this.
Get in your email, open it up.
It's just,
Okay, let me actually give you. What's your email?
It's Sarah, SARA, at sarahmartin.com.
Oh, that's it.
Did she get it in there?
And there should be
It just,
so I have team share.
Do you know how you send it
it would have
to-
just come.
So if you look on your outline, number 2, editing the new
Did you
team book,
send into Canva?
I put some pages that we're gonna edit together. So the first page is a cover. You'll see there's front option cover 1 and cover 2. So you can change, like for me, I'm gonna write like, so you select the writing,
Hello, Susan.
and then you can change Joy Lee Holmes or the Lee team, whatever you want it to be. And here's the option for front cover 2. So I'll change, the Lee team. Can move the text, hover and move over the text. And this is your copy, so you can do whatever you want to it. I'm gonna kind of go over some key pages that you'll need to edit. So the first one was the cover.
Wait, okay, I just edited it, and then I'm thinking, oh, you told me this.
Make a copy.
Not with
if
this
it's
one.
not if it's a template. It already made a copy. But good, you're right. When we share designs with each other, we have to make a copy. But when you buy it from Etsy, or you have copy and contracts, or Ricey shares her design with us because she's a creator, it already makes a copy. So you're gonna edit the name on the front cover. Page 4 is a table of contents. Once your book has all the pages and reviews that you want, you're gonna click here and you're gonna add the page numbers. So that you have the right, and so you might run into like this one here, it's a different line. You just take this and move it over so it all fits on one line. This is the text box. You want to widen the text box so you can have room to put a page, or like let's say you have a lot of pages, you're like, okay, this one's negotiations on page 50, and you just got to move the text box over so it all fits on one line. So you'll edit the cover, you'll edit the table of contents. This page is a little tricky. So this one we're going to talk about layers, or now they call it positions. So I want everybody, once they've kind of played around manipulating the text on the cover, get to page 7 where you have the profile, and you should also have a headshot in your uploads. If you don't have a headshot in your uploads, you're going to go to this on the sidebar, uploads. You can either upload a file and choose it, select it, or you can find the picture on your desktop and you can drag and drop it. So for this one, you can see, like, if you try and click on it, or let's say I try to drag and drop, it has some photo frames in here which make it harder to add your picture. So I'm going to undo because I don't want that. So we're going to talk about position. So we're on number 2, bullet 3, and I have positions written in bold. So you're going to select the whole entire frame. Once you have selected what you want to work on, which is the whole frame, you're going to click positions. Does everybody have that on their screen?
Okay. Yes, one.
So you have to select first the whole thing, then position. So then
So
you're
mine
gonna see.
didn't let me do the whole thing.
Like upper left corner somewhere where
Yeah, you have to do
the
kind of just
outermost
trial and error. Yeah.
Put it over
So then you're gonna click on
Okay.
positions,
and then position.
and you might have this arrange, but you're going to select layers. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And this is where you can see how this is built. If you've ever done Photoshop, this is kind of how Photoshop is. It's kind of more complicated, but it'll make sense. So the bottom layer is the background, which is a slight blue. The photo is the second picture. So anything you put on top of it, it's not gonna get here. So there's two ways to edit this photo. One, you go to position and layers and you select this layer over here. Then you should be able to go to your uploads and drag and drop. Oh,
Or your brand.
Just pull it down a little bit. It'll change, just pull it. That just happened to mine, I just pulled it down a little bit
I've never had to
further.
do that, so whatever she has.
So how do you get
Oh,
your
gosh.
things? You know what? Let me go back
Okay, so you're
to
gonna take- You
position.
don't need to highlight it. I don't
Select.
think. So here's your picture, so we're gonna drag it, we're gonna drop it. Ooh, yeah, I don't know what kind of picture
Okay.
she has in there.
So if that doesn't work, here's the other way you can do it. So you can see if you go to the positions, so again, you're selecting the whole thing, positions, layers. You can see there's like these filters, right? So I do this all the
She had a
time.
filter on
Yeah.
it. That's what it was.
I do this all the, so you can see they're in here. So I do this all the time. If I'm having a hard time manipulating a certain thing, I just move it out of the way for a second. I don't erase it. I just move it to the side. And that allows me to select the photo.
So I got rid of the top.
And then you should be able to drag and drop. And then you just move them. Nope. You make sure this is selected and move it back. Now you don't want it over here in the blue, you want it right here. So this is a little tricky. Who has successfully been able to do that? Amy? Okay, maybe Amy, if you want to help some people so they know how to do it.
So I've got two of them now.
Okay.
Help me.
No.
So you just went over.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So another way you can do it. So there's two ways to put photos into your design. You can one click, which makes it you can one click, which brings the photo into your design, and then you can crop it and place it over. So now it's the top layer, right? This is what you've made. It's the top layer.
Okay, position.
So you can do that. That's kind of what Carol did. If you don't really care about the filter on it, you can just select a picture. It goes in, you edit it, and move it.
Move that filter.
So you can do one click, or you can drag and drop.
Is that even necessary?
I don't know, it's your decision.
And on top of it,
You wouldn't type
So,
your name in.
okay. So just if you do anything to
undo that. Or you can do it this way. So for, say for example,
back to the start. Okay.
I want it to be back.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna-
What did you do? Just,
So now it's all
that's
the way
what I
back.
did.
Undo.
It would only go so far.
Like the wrong
Okay,
file,
so
but she sent
this
it to me.
is a filter. You're gonna scoot it over. You can see it's kind of black. You always
Okay.
select what you're working on, so the filter you're moving over. Now you should
So you did one.
So like if you see some position, there's this little filter.
One of the reasons I
but
did it this
It
way.
makes it like
Let me show
shadowy.
it to you. Let me show
So
you.
then you're gonna go to your uploads.
So
Sometimes why.
Now you can drag and drop. So try it. Drag, don't, one click will just bring it, drag and drop it.
Smaller, so
Okay, now have to, you gotta go all the way.
She'll get you individually and she can add.
Before you let go.
No, I would leave.
But then
it.
So undo, it's okay.
Adjust.
There are different frames that it wants to go into, so drag
But so you're not
till, keep going, yeah, there you go.
Change
So
it to
now, if you wanna
We
keep those
took
filters,
it.
you move them back, so you can see it,
Okay,
it's like a
okay.
dark.
But it's probably fine.
So you might not need it, because your pictures are dark,
Yeah.
so you just
Okay,
delete it.
so what
Okay,
you
I'm
do
gonna give
is
you-
either you make
You
the
have to go
font
back.
smaller.
And we all have to pay.
Yeah.
We all pay for our own.
Now you can just select it,
And let her know,
this
like,
is the filter here,
So it's
see?
so
Addition.
addition.
Okay, so
Or-
stop, or you can delete it,
okay.
and then you would choose
Or
it.
you can extend the box.
It looks great.
Does any, raise your hand if you need help changing the,
Yeah. Can I just make it like
And
Okay,
if
so-
they're consistent. Oops, no.
so you're gonna, you always wanna select what you're working on, these are like these little filters, you see, they kinda make it look, so just move it to the side, so move the bottom one over, so select the bottom, move it over, you still wanna see it, now select the picture, and now go to uploads, and drag and drop, and you wanna, one click will just bring the photo in, so you don't wanna do that, you wanna just, you drag it, and you wanna bring it over until it's in the place that you want. But if you don't like the cropping on that, there's another way to do it. You one click, and then you can edit, you can put it however you want in here. You can do however you want, and then
Call me Mrs. Gilmore.
Oh, it's you're like, I couldn't figure out how to add my
you
pictures.
can kind of
I'm parody.
if you want, even, like yours doesn't.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
And then where are those? I would actually just leave off the
And
filters. You don't even need
Okay,
it.
yeah.
just so everybody knows,
Quick way to put like a background to this field, and that way
about the composite
put like a white
photo,
background to it.
especially if you're adding people to your teams.
I don't know.
She
quick way to
joined
do
our
that.
team
I can
after
help you
June.
do that later.
So the
That's
whole
fine.
point we did
But
like
I
one of the
don't know quick
reasons
way.
behind the
I would not, like,
composite is
shape
as
under
new
it.
people come.
Like a rectangle,
So
like a
yes,
white
I have
rectangle,
our
and then I would
photographer's
put the text over it.
information. You can always reach out to me and I can coordinate. I believe we all paid 75, so that's what I'm hoping it's gonna be.
Okay.
Where you just go into our studio in Dana Point, she snaps it, and we might just have to have figure out. I don't know how Ricey did this cropping, but we'll add her in.
Okay.
Did you catch that?
So Ricey is the one that put all the photos together.
Actually, our photographer did it, but Ricey sliced it so that we would, instead of having it across a huge spread, she created.
I still feel like I could do a better job.
too.
So I
Oh,
might.
okay,
It's something I might work on
Yeah.
because it still looks really weird to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at one point I may ask for all your pictures, or I might get it from the photographer and
Yeah.
put it in here and
And
manipulate
and
it.
she said she's willing to
They're lost in the oblivion.
edit too. But yes, if anybody adds people to their
idea.
team, just remember you can get a new photo and have them added to our team.
Okay,
photo.
so we're on number 2. We are on the 3rd bullet. We just kind of went over layering, positioning. We've hopefully successfully input our picture. Page 9 is where there's going to be reviews. So these are going to be personal, right? And this has the full review here. What city, the name, and like a quote from the full review that just kind of stands out because people aren't going to read every one of these. And then maybe you could leave the stock photo, or you could put in a picture of the actual property. So I want when we're doing this. Okay, let's actually skip to the next one. So basically these are pages that you're gonna need to edit. 9, there's a bunch. If you don't want all these pages, you can push this delete page.
Or move it to the end.
Yeah, I would move it to the end, move down, so that way if you need it later, you can add it.
And there's a copy already, so if we delete something, it's not gone
No,
forever.
it's not a copy.
As long as you have the link. But all the things you've done will
Won't
not
be on
there.
that copy,
All
yeah.
the edits
So
you've done.
actually, I wouldn't delete pages, I would move them to the bottom.
Okay, and how do we do that?
This little up and down arrow at the top of each slide. So I want you to go to recent
not on
projects. So this is this is kind of
This one,
tricky.
move it down one page.
So go to page 19.
Okay, thank you.
19.
Thank you.
So there are 2 ways to bring in a photo. Drag and drop it into the frame, right? Which sometimes, like Kasha's photo, it kind of like cut off her head. So sometimes you don't like the way it looks. So the other way you can do it, so option 1 is, let's see, I think I have a folder here. So this is like where you show renovation. So like, here's my before, but like, I don't really like that because it kind of took a lot out of the picture. So when I drag and drop, I don't like that. So I'm going to click once, and that brings the photo into here, and I can crop it. Like, I don't need all the ceiling in here. Yes, there's like linoleum or something, but you can't really see it. So I'm just gonna crop it because I don't think I need all that ceiling. And then I'm gonna drag and drop, and you see it included more.
You can also do it once it's in there, if you double click on it.
Let me try that. So I'm gonna drag and drop.
Double click the picture, and now you can crop it there.
I can move it. Oh, that's easier.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. That's easier. So there's 2 ways to do it. You can 1 click, remove it, and then drag and drop, or edit it. So 1 click, and I want you to practice this. So 1 click, you edit it, then drag and drop, or you can drag and drop. You want to hover till it like takes,
She's on page 19.
and then click on it, double click on it, and you
She's
can move it
dragging a
around.
picture in there. So it's got a picture in there. It's a Canva Pro picture. But say you wanted to change pictures, you could go to photos.
If you don't have, just use any pictures you have right now just to practice.
Kitchen.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So,
But it is, it's outside
So,
of
click.
the-
oh, so that's, so probably, did you one click or did you drag and
I
drop?
So you
one click,
didn't
but
want
I
all that
didn't.
ceiling.
Yeah.
So when you
So
one
double
click,
click
then
on
you're
it.
gonna resize,
And
which you can
just
do,
slide it.
and when you print it, you won't see the image behind it, so that's
I
easier
can
for
slide
you.
it like I want
Oh.
to show
But the
more
other
window.
option is you can,
God bless
Do
you.
I want to show
Thank
more
you.
of the front
Yeah.
door? No, I want to show more of the
Okay,
window.
so you
can
drag and
change
then
how
you
Okay.
drop,
but it's still in
and then
that
if you
template.
double click
I
it,
see.
you can
So
move like,
if you double click,
you can manipulate
move
what's in
how
the
it-
frame.
How you want it, what's in the frame.
And size it.
Yeah,
God
well, it
bless
just,
you.
it,
Thank you.
Will it
Okay.
automatically
That-
size?
it's
yeah, so
elements that I
these,
did that.
anything that you drag and drop
That's why
has a
you search
frame,
for
and I'll show you how to
Okay.
use frames in just a little bit.
And then this part.
But I know when I started, I would just one click and I would resize to cover
But I
over
wouldn't
it
do
because that was
She
simpler.
has made it balanced on the page,
Okay.
so I would undo.
Does anybody have questions on dragging and dropping or one click editing? Okay. So for the books, I actually was talking to Verity. These would lend themselves really nicely to be in our Regency hardback books. And these are horizontal.
Right.
So
Well, let's fix it.
there's some advanced editing tools where you can resize pretty quickly. You still have to make tweaks.
Only on Pro.
Right, but I'm saying for Ricey to
Yeah.
do might not be
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
hard.
For
So
sure.
hopefully we can get a vertical version. So if we don't want to like send this to a printer and have them, but like we can actually just do it here with our bookmaker.
It would be nice.
So when you're done
I think so,
with
yeah.
all the edits to the book and making it your own, just like we did with the social media post or flyer, you're gonna go to share, download. So we are on the last part of number 2, and you're gonna select PDF print, and there's PDF standard and PDF print. One's best for printing, and then color profile. If you have Pro, they have a best for printing selection. And that's what you're gonna download, and I would just email that to my printer or come here and print it. on your paper.
And is there a way that we can make it horizontal, or is it?
I'll show you, but it
So you would
requires
want all pages.
editing. Yeah,
Or
and
maybe
it'll
some
it'll
other-
be probably Ricey could probably do it really
And then you
fast.
yeah.
download it, but I don't think you want that.
Faster than us for sure.
And can we contribute to like
Thank
her doing this, or? how
Yeah,
does it
so
work?
I think we're each paying a certain fee for the book, and then I don't know if she's gonna charge
so
us more. For,
Ed paid for our initial graphic design. So please, if you guys get a chance, be sure to give him a big thank you. It was like $1,200
Wow.
to get this put together. But from here forward, there's parts that if you need customization and you're like, I don't have time for this, you can call Ricey, or she has another graphic designer. Ricey's in Japan right now. She'll be back probably in a couple weeks. But I also, in that email, there's a name for a contact she gave us, that if you want somebody to just make the tweaks you want, you can do it that way too.
yeah, you can do it that way, or like I
Yeah.
said, I'm happy to meet with you. Tuesdays are the best day for me from 10 to 1. Just text me and I'll help you, because a lot of these are pretty minimal. Like these edits don't take very long. The hardest part is like what pictures you want and inputting the reviews that you have. But the technical parts of editing this are really simple, so it wouldn't take long. I personally wouldn't pay for anyone to do it. It's pretty fast. It's pretty easy.
Cool.
Okay, so we're on number 3, advanced editing tools. So as I said, we kind of started a little easier and we're kind of getting into more advanced things. So one of the tools that's only available with Pro is the brand kit. Where is it? Let me see, I'm gonna go back. Okay. I don't know if you don't have Pro Select on it, see what happens. But basically you can create a brand kit. So at your fingertips when you're editing, it has the colors you want to use. It has the logos you want to use. You can even add your fonts. And I put my headshots in there. You, like I said, logos. So it's helpful because when you're editing a project, like let's say I'm editing this, and I want to change the headshot picture, I just go to my brand kit. It has all my photos instead of going to like uploads and I'm like, okay, where is
did I
it?
do it? When
Yeah.
did I do it?
So it just has it right there at your fingertips, and you can just move it over and put it in there.
Maybe I missed this. Did you go over with your headshot? I noticed on some of your designs where you just extract your image and not the background. Did you already go over that?
Yeah, so that was a lot. So that was
Okay, you don't have to do it again. I'll
no,
figure
and
it out.
honestly, that is one of the best features of
I love
Canva
that.
is a background
Yeah.
remover. So, like for example, like for this
It's
one,
only on Pro though.
yeah, it's
Okay.
only on Pro. So I would select my photo, and at the top, see anything that has a crown is a Pro tool. Again, it's $130 a month.
No. Yeah.
Sorry, a year or $13 a month. So background remover, it just takes out the background. So it's really nice.
So you selected the photo, and how did you remove the background?
So you just you one click the photo, gets into your design. Whatever you're working on, you have to have selected. So if I don't have that selected, it's not gonna work. I have to select what I'm working on, then BG remover.
Oh.
Background remover.
Yeah, and that's actually on.
Oh my gosh, voila. It's easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's so easy. It looks hard, but it looks really professional when you have the ability to remove a background. They actually have another AI. They have an AI tool where you can take any photo, like a stock photo, and like whatever image you want to take out of that photo, you can grab. It's called Magic Grab. Yeah, that's one of the features that you can do, but I don't know that we have like a huge need for that. Okay, so we are on. So we just went over number 3, brand kits. Okay, frames. I'm gonna go to my designs. I'm gonna use, I created this using AI, I created this home buyer's roadmap presentation. So let's say I wanna add some pictures on here. So frames, that's what has allowed you to drag and drop. Anything that you're dragging and dropping has a frame under it. This is what a frame looks like. So if you go to elements, frames. So this is what they look like when they don't have anything in them. And this allows you to drag and drop. So I'm gonna one click this and here, I'm gonna move it. And now I can just drag and drop anything into there from my uploads. So let's say I wanna put a picture of like a house. I just drag and drop. Otherwise, when you're adding a picture, you just have to click it and resize it and crop it and, you know, put it how you want.
Can you show me the beginning of that?
Yeah.
Kind of what the little thing down.
Okay, so you're gonna go to, you have to be in a project, you have to be in project mode, so you're in a design. So where are we? Okay, so if you look on number 3, the second bullet down, it kind of gives you a kind of a step-by-step. So first you're gonna select your design, then you're gonna go to elements on the left toolbar.
Elements, okay.
And then you can either type in frame, or it might populate at the top. And you can like one I use a lot is like a circle one for like a headshot.
I don't see the elements showing up there.
You might not be. Are you in the design?
Yeah, now you're in the design. I just
Okay.
clicked in the design.
Okay, cool.
Now it's there.
Thank you. So one I use a lot, like for flyers, is the circle frame. And I'm gonna go to my brand kit to find my picture, and I'll just drag and drop. And it just makes it like a cool, and you could select on that, remove the background too. Well, you wouldn't want to do that because in that one, yeah. What is that little dot?
There's another dot. Oh. It's grouped.
So that's frame.
Oh, that's the frame. Okay.
That's not just a circle, it's a donut.
Okay. So again,
It's
you're
a
in your
donut.
design, elements, frames. You can pick any of these frames. I use the circle one a lot. Fun one, like the iPad is kind of fun if you're trying to show like, hey, buy my, text me or DM me if you want my free buyer's guide. And it kind of shows like a little digital thing here, and you can put your picture in there. So any questions on frames? Okay, align tools. This is big, you guys, because I don't know if anybody has used Canva. You know that you can spend hours eyeballing and seeing if it's straight or if it's centered.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually go to one of my postcards, and I'm gonna show you on this. So watch me first, and then let's do it together. So, and Aaron, this was already on your thing, so I'll show you how to get there. So again, you have to be in the design. I don't know that you have to have anything selected actually, but you go to File. You're gonna go to File, and if you look under the Align Tools, I have the steps written there. So it's File, Settings, Show Ruler
Settings.
Guides.
Okay, file settings.
So now I have a ruler. So go ahead and do that. So go to File. So make sure you're in a design. Maybe something that you want to make sure is straight. I don't know.
Settings.
Settings.
Okay.
add guides.
Oh, ruler guides, okay.
So show ruler guides and add guides actually. There's two. So you can either show the ruler guides. Let me go back and undo. Actually, I gotta go back in settings. This is a little complex, but it'll help you.
I see, up top.
Hmm.
But it's an arrow.
Yeah.
File. Settings. Add guides. There they are. Okay.
Okay, so then what you do here, like you take from the side, you kind of grab the ruler, and let's say you want everything to line up like right here. So you have this purple guideline of where to do it. And same, you can pick from the top, like I want this one to be here. So everything that you move, you can make sure it lines up with that guideline.
Yes. Okay.
So file, settings, show ruler guidelines, and then you can like add your guidelines. Something that I thought was really cool is if you go to file, settings, add guides, like let's say I'm starting from scratch. I almost want to show
Put
you.
one on each, every inch.
I'll show you, yeah. So you go file, settings, add guides. So now I'm gonna say, okay, what do I want? I want to do my sold flyer, right? So I actually want, how many columns did I have on that? I had like 4 columns and 3 rows. And
Yeah.
I want it to be a grid.
That must be a pro thing, because mine's not. doing
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
you might add like
Go in file,
what spacing you want.
settings.
And then when you put your pictures in, you can just
They're all there.
easily make
that.
sure.
Change it.
So I'm gonna one click so I can. You can easily make sure that you're within, and you don't have to spend time
Okay,
making
there
sure
it
that
is.
you're
Yeah. Thank you.
even. I actually just learned this.
That's fabulous.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this is gonna save you so much time, and it's gonna make sure that everything's great. So again, under a line, it kind of gives you the step-by-step file settings, and then you either show the rulers and guides, which is on the side, or you can customize, add the guides, and you can customize what you want on here.
Okay, yeah,
If you want to remove, you just kind of right click and see where it says guides at the bottom. You can clear guides, or you can add a vertical guide. If you just right click on guides, it should have, I'm going to clear them all. Okay, any questions on guidelines and how to remove the guidelines and the rulers?
That was awesome.
Okay. So something that's also going to help with your designing and spacing is grouping and locking. So let's say I made this. Now these are different fonts, right? So I can't do one text box with all these. I mean, I guess you could, but I have different text boxes. So if I want to move this whole line, it makes it really difficult. So we're going to go, I'm going to select what I want to work on, and I'm going to go to positions and layers. So this is where you see everything on my postcard and how I built it. So I'm going to select all the things that I want to lock together. So these 3 items. And I'm actually not going to lock it because that won't move it. I'm going to group it. So now it appears here all together. So I can move it together, which makes it a lot easier. So once you group and lock or group it, you can make sure things are spaced evenly. Now this doesn't always work every time, but this is a time saver too. So see how I have all of my info here? I'm like, instead of just being like, okay, I mean, it does tell you the spacing there, 0.71, but instead, another quick way to do it is, again, go to positions, and I'm gonna select all the things I wanna make sure the spacing's even. So I have my name, I'm going to select my website, my phone number, my email address, and then once I have everything selected, you can see it's all highlighted over here. There's these 3 little dots, and you can select space evenly.
Wow.
And in theory, sometimes it doesn't always work, but in theory, now I know that I don't have to
Show me
mess
where
with
the
it.
space evenly was.
So it's in the 3 little, so you have to have multiple things selected.
Ah,
So I'll just
got
select,
it, got it.
yeah.
Are you holding down to select?
Yeah,
all this?
command.
Command.
Mhm. Yeah, the 3 dots. and then there's a space evenly. I
Nice.
already did it, so it's.
Nice.
So that's super helpful. If you do it in one text box, it just knows the spacing, so it's going to be even. But it's when you have multiple text boxes, like this is bolded, this is different font, this is a picture, you want to make sure they're spaced evenly. What time is it?
We're good.
11:17.
Okay. Do we want to practice that or we want to move on? Does everyone kind of get it? Practice? Move on? Okay. Okay. Okay, so those are basically all the, on number 3, we've gone over brand kits, frames, and aligning tools. So I showed you the guidelines, how to make a grid, and group things, and also space evenly. So now, these are some other tools that are for the pro version only. Magic Resize. So I want to show you. So I make an annual postcard, probably much like a lot of you do. So I have this postcard that I spent a lot of time on, and I want to use it for multiple things, but it's 11 by 6. So because I have the Pro tool, which is the little crown, I can go to Resize, and I'm going to say, you know what, I want to do this in an Instagram post. Now it's not perfect, but at least I'm not starting from scratch. So you want to be sure and put copy and resize, because if you just push resize, it'll just change this design and you won't have it. So you're going to copy and resize. So now it's changing it for me, and I'm going to open it, and now I have it here. Now again, it's not like perfect, but at least I'm not starting from like scratch, and I can edit, and I can use the you know, if I want to use the aligning tools, I can go to, you know, adding the guides that I want, and I can easily manipulate and make a post for basically the same thing. And I want to show you. So basically here's my sold flyer that I did. I made a Facebook post from it, a LinkedIn post, and an Instagram post. So that's resizing is really nice. Or like, let's say you have a PowerPoint presentation that you do as a listing, not PowerPoint, but a presentation. You can resize it into a document and print it and hand it out. So resize tool is kind of new and makes things a lot easier. Any questions on resizing? Okay, go ahead.
Where did you resize?
So at the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then right here, and then you select like what you want it to be. You can make it customized. You can view the different social media things.
Okay.
But it's just the top left.
Okay.
Okay, Magic Erase. This is a fun one. So this one, I think I have. Yeah, let me go to back to my designs. So this one, Magic Erase, is really fun. And this one I actually use a lot. So for example, maybe it's this one. Yeah, so in this one, you can, like the Regency logo, if you go to the brand kit, let's see, it actually has
the white background.
And it has a white background, so you can do background remover. So now it's transparent. You can't really tell because of the back, but like you could tell in this one. I'll show you. Okay, let's see. So you should do background remover. So now it has no background. And then I didn't want this Regency real estate brokers underneath because it just was like too wordy. So I'm gonna always select what you want to work on. Then you're gonna go to your editing tools. Where is it? Edit. Let me see if I can.
Here it is.
So your editing tool is Magic Eraser. So then it's going to take me to the image I selected. You can either click. Yeah, you can either click on what you want to erase. It just knows. Or you can get a brush. Depending on what you're erasing, you can make the brush bigger or smaller. Hold on, actually. Okay. So I have this brush, and I can just erase what I don't want.
Fancy.
But this has to be like on a transparent background, because if you did this on like a white, it would just, yeah. So this is, I already removed the background. And so now I'm gonna erase it, and it will have no words at the bottom.
Oh, that's very nice.
So I really like Magic Erase. Go ahead and pull something up that you like want to erase something. Something with a transparent background. I guess if you don't have a background remover, it's okay. You can still practice it. So put something into your design or pull up a design and just try to erase. So you always want to select what you're working on. So these are guidelines. So you're going to go to File, Settings, and deselect that. There you go.
Thanks.
So see if you can select something. Go to your editing tools. Let me actually go back. I'm going to show you. Select what you want to work on. Go to edit at the top so you get the magic eraser. If you don't have Pro, this won't be you won't be able to do it. But it's kind of fun, and then it allows you to have more control over what you're putting on there. Okay. Any questions on those two tools? Okay. And again, I'm happy to work with you one-on-one to work on anything because I know we're moving kind of at a fast pace. So now we're gonna go to the AI elements of Canva, which are all in beta. So they don't work perfectly, but they're kind of fun, and I think there's a lot of potential there for the future. So we're gonna go back to the home page. Get yourself back onto the home page.
Is there a way to save what we were working on? Or
It
just
already
on the-
saves. Yeah, good question. It already saves. So we're on number 4 at the bottom of the Canva training for moderate to advanced. So we are gonna first talk about AI elements. So if you can remember, so click on one of your designs. Actually, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna use the open house template we did in the first session. So let's say I want to add an element into here. So choose your design, select elements on the toolbar. This little magic symbol is for all the AI tools, or Dreamlab, Magic is another name for it. So you can select on there.
Wait, sorry, where's the magic symbol?
Down at the bottom.
Should be at the bottom.
Oh, got it.
So you got to be in your design, and then on the
You
left
have to be in the
toolbar,
design, so pick one of the designs to be in.
and then this little magic button, and I'm gonna type in like I want a picture. Like let's say so I'm like, oh, I want a picture of a house to put on here, like a cute little house. And I look, and I'm like, I'm gonna look at all the graphics. Okay, this is cute. I don't really like this one. I kind of wanted a heart in the middle, but so then I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna see if they could just generate what I want. So I'm gonna say graphic of house with red heart.
What is the name of that you're putting?
Mine says Dreamlab.
It's called
On
it's
the bottom left?
yeah, it's called Dreamlab. It used to be Magic.
No.
No, on your screen, on your Canva.
Okay, sorry. Graphic
Oh, here, it's this.
of house with red heart.
This one right, Aaron.
Tell other people it's
Yeah.
like a star
Yep,
with stars.
Yep. That's what it looks like. on
So
hers.
now it's gonna generate for me what I described. Where did it go? House with heart. I want to see all. Why does it not?
House.
So, like I said, it's still new.
Are
so
you on
it's-
Magic Right?
Cause it worked for me.
Yeah, but you're gonna just go to the top. So you don't select Magic, right? You just go to the top where it says search anything.
Okay.
With heart. I won't let you. So then I'm like, oh, okay, I like this better. I like this option better. I'm gonna choose this one. So basically,
Nice.
any element that you want that's not already available. I'm trying to think of what else you might want to put for like real estate stuff.
You want a donut?
Yeah, maybe you're
with
doing
Green and blue sprinkles.
Maybe you're doing like donuts in the park. So you just type in what you want,
Because they match my logo.
and it comes up with options for you to use in your designs. So that's AI elements. So on number 4, it has the step-by-step instructions. Select the design, go to elements in the toolbar, the magic icon on the bottom, and then you're gonna search. So describe and generate what you want. Do you have that? Is it letting you try that without the pro?
Yeah, this is how it came up.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
went down
Probably
to
because it's
AI.
like beta, so
It'll
maybe it'll
pull
let you.
out of their own pictures.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
that's
didn't
cool.
get the variety she has. I don't have the background colors.
Okay, but you have some option.
Yeah.
Frames.
Okay, so next is AI background templates. So I'm just gonna stay in the design that I'm in. I'm actually gonna add a blank page. So top right, this little plus button. So go ahead and do that. Go and stay in your design. Add a blank page. And this is where we're going to go to design.
Because the backgrounds on hers are black. You can change it.
You know what?
I like this.
I lied. I'm sorry, friends. Friends. That's what I call my students. Sorry,
Friends.
colleagues.
Friends.
Go to your homepage. Go to your homepage. Because there's another way to get to it. All the Dream Lab stuff is on your homepage.
Oh.
It's actually integrated into all of the components, but there's different ways to get to it. But Dream Lab, this is how you can, let's say you want to make a post, you have like an inspirational quote you want to put, but you can't find the right background.
Oh, I wanted to know how to
So
do
you're
this.
gonna say, like, let's say you're doing something about, I don't know, I just was like thinking of, like, for me, I typed in a house on the beach, and like, I think I said a realistic house. Create an image for my social media of a realistic house on a beach during sunset. And these are the things that it gave me. So now I can take this into my Canva, and now I can start on this. And I can resize it if it's not the size that I want. But at least I have, it's interesting, it has these words.
And Joy, you
on
could
it.
probably say, once you get it there, you could say, make it single story. Or you could say, I mean, you can keep changing
I
it.
think you can.
Yeah, try it.
I have messed with it, and it's kind of actually quite frustrating for me. So where would I add a?
So
Try
just
to make it
click
single
on
story.
one of them, and then in the remarks to that, say, make this picture single story home. It won't allow you to
It's
do that.
not like you know, like
It's not like the
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, okay.
I think it's getting there.
Go back,
Design.
go back, just real
Edit and
quick. Try it in the describe in a few words. Try
So,
to make it single story. See if it does it.
So you can do it, but you have to start from scratch to do it, yeah.
See what it does.
Thinking.
Oh,
There
no
you go.
sunset.
But it didn't do the sunset.
Okay.
So it's a
So
brand
yeah,
new-
so you kind of have
You
to,
have to
so you
retell it.
redo it and
Yeah.
maybe add more detail.
So yeah, it doesn't just build onto it, you gotta start all over,
Right.
but yeah.
But it
That's
gives
still
you
a good
whatever
story.
background you want. If you can't find the background that you want, because really,
I like that.
I mean, that's kind of what, when you're working on a project, you're working on the design templates, right? So here's where and then actually see this little magic symbol, it integrates it into this too. So I don't know. You can also describe what you want, or you can search what you want, and it's going to come up with, I don't know if it'll come up with, see, these aren't AI generated. These are just open house templates.
They're just Google.
But if you can't,
Where are you looking at for background?
so you have to be in design. Oh, for what? The AI or the
Just if I want to make a little thing with a background,
like
where I
a?
can type on top of it.
So I went to just the homepage,
Okay.
and I went to Matt Dream Lab, and that's where and you can actually change your like say I want to do a square, and then this is where you type it in. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have just a little, it doesn't have a drill.
And ask for it to make a text box that you can type into, and see what it
It's
does.
right there.
I feel so powerful.
Yes.
So Dream Lab is at the bottom.
Okay.
So for Canva on AI, you can create your own elements to put into your design. You can create your own background template if you can't find one of the templates that they have that you like. Next, we're going to talk about presentations, like a listing appointment. So this one, let's see. Now this time I'm going to say, let's see. There's like a couple ways to get to it. So you can go to presentations on the homepage. And I think there's two ways to get to it. So you can either be on the home page, and let's say you want to do a presentation for like a listing. So you have a blank. You'll remember you never want to start from blank. You either want to use a template that they have, or, you know, create a listing consult presentation. It gives me options.
Right there.
I selected, apply all 10 pages.
I'm gonna start typing.
And now at least I have, create a buyer's guide. Select one. I don't know if it's just like my internet is slow. But yesterday I was able to, this one was created for me. I didn't put anything on here. This was already there.
Whoa, I just got one. That's cool.
Yeah, so, and then, you know, like, let's say you want to add more pages, you duplicate the page, change the title, you know how to upload, manipulate the photos, manipulate the text. So that way you're not starting from scratch. But personally, like, I would probably buy a template, because there's some really good ones out there and they're not that expensive. And they're way better than this.
On Etsy.
Yeah, on Etsy. Yeah. And we talked about in the first session how to get templates from Etsy. This next one is cool. This is the last AI tool that I want to go over with you. It's really cool. I would still make videos in a different app. This isn't as user friendly. But the idea is cool. I think eventually we will be able to do everything in Canva, as opposed to what are some of the other photo editing or video editing, like
Photoshop?
Well, I use
CapCut.
Yes.
CapCut is one that I use a lot for videos. So this is pretty cool. So you're gonna go back to the home page. This is gonna be we're on the last bullet for AI design video. So I'm gonna go, I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go the Dreamlab way or if I'm gonna go video. I think I'm gonna pick video. But where is the little, no. Okay, I'm gonna pick Dreamlab from the home page.
There, I saw it.
Where? On the home page?
Purple, yeah.
Video, but I don't see any magic emblems here.
Under more? To the left?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, they have for you, but I'm gonna try and get it this way. So Dreamlab, I was able to do this the other day. It's honestly kind of a headache because it's new, but I think the potential is there. So you would say, create a listing video for, you know, Instagram stories. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Is anyone else's internet being like this?
Little slow.
Usually, let's click edit. I feel like usually, let me go back. Maybe you can add the images here. Create a listing video, add images.
I did create listing video for realtor.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you get?
I got,
Okay, so I'm gonna do it different. So create a listing video for Instagram. So I'm gonna add images. I'm gonna select from my uploads folder. So I'm gonna pick from this listing here. So there's this one. Please only pick more than one. Okay, so I selected all my, and these can be a combination of photos and videos. This was doing this to me yesterday. I'm gonna be so annoyed. I don't know. It's like, it's different to get to. Essentially, you should be able to come up. Let me see what you had.
Yeah, that just popped up.
No, so that's not it. That's not it.
Right
That's
after
not-
video, just type in realtor.
For Instagram stories. Oh, this is for stories.
Or
Because what it should do, and what it did for me the other day,
well, and
When
I
it was-
said Instagram.
when it was feeling like working, it basically generates a video for you. It's not. See this?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
This is not it.
No.
No.
Oh,
I'm
so
sorry, guys.
You can't put your
Why don't we do this? Okay, I'm gonna, because it's actually very cool, and it's really cool because you can put the music in there, and it syncs the transitions with the music, and it gives you a bunch of stock music that you can use on Instagram and
I did it for a
Facebook.
movie. I
Yeah.
did it for our year-end pictures. I used Canva presentation.
Did you? Oh, was it a
did.
presentation that you did?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I should try it on Canva.
Yeah. So let me kind of
So-
mess with it, and I think like if
Yeah.
what I think would be great is if there's something that you want to work on right now, or practice, like do that now. We can help each other, and we can. I'm here for questions, but if you have to go.